Oh, yeah. You know why we're here. You know exactly why we're freaking here. Look, I watched every damn episode of Sex and the City back in the day because I thought it would help me get laid. Because all the girls that I knew that I used to work with, I went to school with, they were all watching it, they were all talking about it. None of my guy friends were watching it. So I watched it so I could get some tips on how women think, you know, that kind of stuff. And I thought it would help me. And it didn't help me. It didn't help me at all. If that's your goal to watch Sex in the City because it's going to help you get laid, it's not at least not directly. Okay, it's not realistic. Okay, but Sex and the City was entertaining. It was fun. I admit it. I enjoyed watching the show. I was there. You don't believe me? Look at my channel. Okay, and look, I reviewed every damn episode of Sex and the City, every single one. And the movies. I did not review the Carrie Diaries because I never wanted to see that show. I didn't really care about that show. Nobody remembers that show. I did, and then of course they brought it back a few years ago, and Just Like Crap, which brings us here. Since I pretty much started my channel with this show. I mean, if you look at my older videos, I reviewed like guy stuff, you know, superhero movies and things like that. And then they announced they were going to bring back Sex and the City as in Just Like Crap. That's what it turned out to be. So I was like, okay, I used to watch that show, you know, and so I reviewed every episode of the first season of And Just Like Crap. It's on here. And I was so upset with that because I enjoyed Sex and the City. Now, I knew Sex and the City was fake. I know I'm pissing you off, aren't I? But this is a straight man's point of view. That's what I do here. Okay, I give you a straight man's point of view. The real question you ask yourself is, can you handle it? Can you handle the truth? Because I know for goddamn well that you can't. Because I'm going to give it to you straight up, baby, with no lube. There's no lube here. And I know damn well you can't handle it, but you're going to get it anyway. You know why? Posterity. Okay? Because someone needs to call out this shit. Now, I enjoy Sex and the City. I thought it was fake as fuck and not realistic at all, especially in the depiction of straight men. Although there were no fucking straight men on that show. Not really. Maybe 2 or 3, and that was it. But, you know, they don't get the guys right. Okay? But it was entertaining. It was entertaining. Despite all its flaws, it was entertaining. It was fun to watch. Fun to watch this woman deal with her own psychosis without realizing that she's fucked up in the head. You know, that's what, I mean, it's Candace Bushel, right? It's 4 different aspects of her personality, you know, trying to cohabitate her brain together and to, you know, fight with each other and all. That's all it was. Okay, it's nothing really original about that. Okay, but it was fun. It was fun. All right, I'll give it that. Not realistic, but fun. Just like a fucking superhero movie. Okay, the good ones, you know, like Batman, like The Dark Knight, okay? Is it realistic? No. Is it fun? Yes. Okay, and that's the way I looked at Sex and the City. Okay? And Just Like Crap is just a fucking abortion. It's a piece of shit. Okay? It's not even about fucking Sex and the City. It's not even about these women and their dating lives, okay? All it is a goddamn fucking microphone for goddamn Black Lives Matter, for fucking trans rights, LGBTQ rights. Fucking it's Black History Month every fucking day on that goddamn show. It's Pride Month every fucking week on that goddamn show. And that's all it is. That's all it fucking is. Not Sex and the City. Not at all. Nothing like Sex and the City. But I did watch every single episode of And Just Like Crap, the first season. And they brought it back for season 2. Yeah, we got another season. And I did review that fucking piece of shit as well. So guess what? Now you know why we're both here. Okay? Now you know why we're both here. All right. Now, real quickly here, I've been slacking off on this, but I need to start doing it more often. I know, but I do these videos for fun. Okay, I do these videos for fun. Okay, just to get my voice out there. Okay, so you guys that are watching this crap. Okay, I know there's very few of you guys actually watch this crap. Straight guys, that is. Just to know that there's a voice out there. Okay, there's a voice out there. All right, now here, real quickly here. Okay. This one up here, this is my X. That's my X. And this one down here, okay, that's my Rumble. Okay, X and Rumble. Okay, so just take a look at that real quick. All right, okay. And the reason I do that is because you know damn well YouTube. Who owns YouTube? Okay, who owns YouTube? Google. And where is Google? Okay, Silicon Valley. And where is Silicon Valley? San Francisco. And where is San Francisco? California. Okay. And what political party is California? Exactly. Okay? So anyone that contradicts their narrative, they try to shut down, they try to censor you. I know Trump's doing a lot about that right now. Okay? But that's the reason I got to post my videos at several places. Okay? Because, at any moment they could take this channel down. I don't think it's as bad. Obviously, we won the last election, so I don't think it's that bad as it was, when I first started this channel. Okay? When Biden was when the puppet was in charge, he wasn't even in charge. Okay, some people were in charge of him. Okay, so it was a lot more dangerous back then. The only thing that saves me is that I don't live in a I don't live in a blue city. I live in a big city. It's right out there. Okay, you probably don't know this, but this is a penthouse. Okay, my city is right out there. Okay, but if I show you the skyline, you're probably gonna recognize it. So I don't want to do that. Okay. But yeah, it's right out there. Okay. Anyway. So, so this is what started my YouTube channel. Is Sex and the City and Just Like Crap. Pretty much. Okay. And I decided just to go with it. Okay. This show inspired me to not only review every episode of Sex and the City. Okay. And the sequels. And the other seasons of this show. Okay. But it inspired me to review chick flicks in general. And that's what I started doing. That's what I've been doing in between seasons of this shit. Is what I've been doing. I started reviewing all the episodes of Sex and the City, and then I started reviewing all your fucking chick flicks. Okay, your bullshit chick flicks. Okay, some of them were good. Some of them were good. And some of them were partly good, but mostly shit. There's different levels of chick flicks, okay? But I review chick flicks from a straight guy's point of view, okay? A real man's point of view, okay? Okay, I ain't got no fucking vagina down there, okay? I'm a real fucking man, okay? And I'm gonna tell you honest to God, what's really going on here, okay? Because someone needs to say it. I know you women love to live in lollipop land. I know, but the difference between like a guy movie and a girl show, okay, is that guys, we know going in it's bullshit, it's fake, it's never gonna happen to us. You women watch shit like this, and you think this shit's gonna fucking happen to you, okay? It's not. It's not. Okay. So if you really want to know, I don't mean I'm not talking about go to your fucking your girlfriends. I'm not talking about going to your fucking gay friends. I don't even tell you going to your fucking husband or boy because they're just gonna tell you what you want to fucking hear. Okay? What does a real fucking man think about this show and think about these situations and think about these women and think about these supposed men that are on this show? I'm gonna fucking tell you. I got nothing to gain by lying to you. Like I said, the real question is, can you handle it? Can you handle the truth? Because I don't think you can, but you're going to get it anyway. All right? We got to get right back to where we started from. All right, let's get through this piece of shit episode. Season 3. And Just Like Crap. Yes, that's the real name of the show. And Just Like Crap. Season 3, episode 1. The name of this episode is called Outlook Good. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. If this is any indication of what the next 11, 12 episodes are going to be, it don't look good at all. It don't look good at all, all right? But I am committed to this, so I'm going to give it to you. All right? That's the truth. Okay, so we see Carrie. Carrie is alone in her big fucking empty house that she bought last season with her dead husband Big's money that she received from his will after she fucking murdered him in his fucking shower. Now, you might say, he had a heart attack. He was no. Okay, what the fuck happened? Okay, watch that scene again. After he fucking got off of his fucking Peloton, okay, By the way, the president of Peloton got fired because of this, because he displayed his goddamn product on a TV show where the main character fucking dies after using their product. Okay, he gets off his Peloton, has a heart attack in the shower. When Carrie gets home from fucking Lily's recital, okay, Big is still alive. He's still alive. And what does Carrie do? Does she call fucking 911? No, she runs into the shower and fucking smothers him. Smothers him. Didn't even give him a chance to fucking live. And that was the first episode of the show. You want to know why I fucking don't like the show? There's one reason right there. They killed Big in the first fucking episode. And then they killed him in real life. No, Chris Noth is still alive, okay, but apparently he sexually harassed. This was the Me Too era, okay? Apparently he sexually harassed some people or something. Maybe he did, I don't know, okay? But he got canceled, okay? He was supposed to do a cameo in the last episode. His ghost was supposed to talk to Carrie, but they fucking canceled him. He had a business deal where he was gonna sell his fucking liquor company to some big corporation. That fucking got canceled as well. The fucker's probably filing for bankruptcy right now, okay? His career is fucking done. Nobody's gonna hire him. So Chris Noth is gone. He's done. Okay, when Big died, Chris Noth's career died as well. And maybe he's guilty of this shit. I don't fucking know. And I don't care. Okay, that who I saw in that one episode, okay, that was not the real fucking Big. Okay? I have not seen Big act like Big since fucking like season 4 or season 5 of fucking Sex and the City. Anyway. So Carrie's alone in her big empty fucking house. Okay, it's still unpacked. There's no furniture. There's boxes halfway open. There's no couches. Okay, there's no dining room set. There's fucking nothing. It's an empty fucking house. Okay, she doesn't even have a cabinet or anything. Okay, or a dresser for her fucking clothes. She just has a fucking rack where she hangs up shit, where stuff is hanging up there. Okay, for a woman, she has absolutely no fucking interior design. Okay, she didn't even fucking hire anybody with all her millions of dollars that she got from killing her husband. She didn't even hire anybody to decorate her house for her. What the fuck is this shit? Okay, is this realistic? This woman who spends all this time on her fucking shoes and on her clothes, and she talks endlessly about some fucking stupid carpet that she fucking ordered, but yet she didn't fucking decorate her fucking house? What the fuck else has she got to do? That's all she does. She sits around all fucking at home all fucking day playing with her fucking twat, her pussy, both of them. The actual cat and the one down there, and complaining about Aiden not being there, and listening to her fucking ugly girlfriend's problems. Who gives, on gay friends' problems as well? Who gives a shit? She's not doing anything. She's not even writing. Okay? So we see her mailing a postcard to Aiden, who lives on Handsome Pond Avenue in Virginia. Handsome Pond Avenue. Okay, let me tell you something, okay? John Corbett, I'm pretty sure he was good looking when he was younger. In fact, I think he was. He was in my Big Fat Greek Wedding. I saw them. I went to college right next to Greektown, so I know where Dancing Zorbas is in Chicago. I'm from Chicago. Okay, so, you know, but John Corbett's career, his entire career, he plays a guy who gets cheated on by his fucking wife or girlfriend. Okay? That's his claim to fame. He's the nice guy that gets cheated on by every fucking girl that he has, okay? This isn't the only movie where his character gets cheated on. Look at Serendipity. There's another one I just thought of right now. Serendipity. Like with Kate Beckinsale and John Cusack. There's another one. And Eugene Levy was in it too. Okay? So, like, what the fuck? This is the poster boy for Carrie's boyfriend? The guy just says cuck all over his fucking forehead, practically. Okay? And this fucker in real life is married to Bo Derek. Go figure. All right. Anyway, Carrie has a problem with her security, her AI security. Apparently, there's a kitchen door on the other side of the house. I mean, it takes her 20 minutes to get from her fucking bedroom to the kitchen door. Okay? The alarm always goes off saying the kitchen door is open, which automatically alerts security company that she pays for, which automatically calls the cops. So she has to run down there and disarm the fucking the code, enter in the alarm code to turn that off, and then she's got to talk to the security company. Don't call the cops again, please. It's just a malfunction. You need to fix it. Blah blah. My door's not open. That kind of thing. And that happens throughout this episode. Okay. So no matter how many millions of dollars she spent, her security system is obviously not a fucking not up to standards. All right. Okay, so the next scene we have is Carrie and Charlotte and Miranda, and they're at a fucking lesbian bar. Yes, they're at a lesbian bar. That's how we're introducing them this season. Okay, the three women have just come out. Okay, now we already knew fucking Miranda was a butt ugly fucking lesbian. Okay, but I just thought that Charlotte and Carrie were just butt ugly. All right, but apparently they're hanging out at a lesbian bar now. And by the way, when I said butt ugly, I wasn't just talking about them. I'm talking about every fucking thing that's in this goddamn bar. Okay? Every single one. Now, I already know I'm never going to have fucking sex again, okay? My dick quit working after watching this goddamn episode, okay? And it's never going to work again, probably, okay? Probably not. I'm going to have to do some sort of fucking visualization meditation shit to get my dick to work. It's either that or get a fucking popsicle stick and some scotch tape, because I don't think I'm going to be able to fuck my girlfriend again after watching this fucking episode. Okay, you think I'm fucking kidding? I'm not. I'm not. And I'm supposed to go out with her tonight, dude. What the fuck? All right. So Carrie, Charlotte, and Miranda are there at the fucking gay bar. Of course they are, okay? And Miranda is drinking mocktails. Yes, she's hanging out at a lesbian bar drinking basically fruit juice. Okay? Why? Because remember, she's an alcoholic. Remember, she bought that feminist book on how to fucking quit drinking like a boss bitch. Remember the feminist book on how to quit drinking? Yeah, Miranda bought it and she read the whole thing and now she's cured of her alcoholism. Remember that? No, you don't remember that? Yeah. That's because no one fucking paid attention to it last season. That's why. All right. So she's drinking fake cocktails. Charlotte and Carrie are drinking real cocktails, and they're in a lesbian bar. Okay, Miranda's upset that the lesbians aren't approaching her. What the fuck do you expect? Who's supposed to be the fucking man here? Who? Who is supposed to be the fucking aggressor here? You call yourself a butch dyke? Then fucking act like one. Go fucking approach the goddamn girls. That's what we have to do. Unless you're a fucking celebrity. Or you go to a party and like 6 of the girls in there have already fucked you. Or you're the fucking leader of an organization. Or some shit like that. Then women aren't gonna fucking approach you. You're just average. And you, Miranda, are well below average. I mean, the best fucking Cynthia Nixon ever looked was in fucking season 1 of Sex and the City. And even then, I'd only fuck her if I was drunk. She hasn't gotten prettier since then. All right. So, butt ugly, disgusting Cynthia, sorry, not Cynthia Nixon. Cynthia Nixon is an actress, childhood friend of fucking Sarah Jessica Parker, who was also a child actress before. Yeah, she was in those after school specials. I saw one. Okay? Who was straight and then fucking blew up her family and fell in love with a fucking ugly woman. That's Cynthia Nixon. That's not Miranda. Miranda is a fucking butt ugly friend who grew up with fucking with Carrie Bradshaw, who got married, had kids, and then fucking left her husband for a butt ugly fucking lesbian. That's Miranda. See the difference? There's completely separate people. Sorry, I got them confused. All right, that's going on here. All right. So Miranda's upset the lesbians aren't approaching her. Okay, Miranda says, like, what's wrong with these ladies? What's wrong with these? There's a lot wrong with these ladies. Okay, do you really want to say that in a fucking lesbian bar? What's wrong with these ladies? I'm sorry. This video ain't going to be long enough to get started on that one. Okay, yes, men are attracted to lipstick lesbians, of which there are none of those on this fucking show. You know why? Because there's no straight men involved in this fucking show. That's why. This fucking episode was written by a fucking gay guy. Okay? So no, of course, what we want, what men want, is not going to be represented on this show. Okay? So let's move right along here. Okay, you know, and I'm gonna tell you something. It is kind of weird that even ugly people, even fucking ugly women, are not attracted to ugly women. Isn't that weird? You know. In fact, these ugly women, they complain about everyone being ugly. Like, have you looked enough? There's not one fucking uncracked mirror in the whole fucking bar, and they're complaining about randos. You know what a rando is? Okay, that's the person that, you know, when you go to a nightclub, you know, like the peak hours are like from 9:30 to like 1 in the morning. That's when everyone's getting drunk and meeting each other and hooking up and all and leaving together. That's when all that happens, okay? Come fucking like 1:30 a.m., you know, the only people left in the club are the people that can't get fucking laid. Okay? Those are the randos, right? And that's what Miranda is. All right. She's a Mirando. All right, anyway, moving right along. you know, there's a young, semi-attractive black woman, if you're into like lesbians, semi-attractive black woman giving Miranda the fuck me eyes, okay? And while that's going on, Carrie decides to take this opportunity to talk about her and Aiden, okay? Just to catch us, the audience, up on what's going on, okay? So Kaden, they're sending each other postcards with no messages. All Carrie did was draw a little picture of a heart on hers that we saw her fill out in the beginning of this episode, because they're not calling each other for some fucking reason, okay? They're not going to be using the phone and talking to each other for some fucked up reason for the next 5 years. What is the reason? I don't fucking know, and I don't fucking remember, because I'm never going to watch season 2 again, okay? So I don't fucking remember. It's been like, what, a year and a half, 2 years since season 2 came out? I don't fucking remember. Okay, you want to know what I thought about that, all that shit? Watch my videos on season 2. I reviewed every fucking episode already. All right. I know they fucking split up because Aiden's son was in a car accident because he was drinking underage, because he was upset that his parents were getting divorced, or that his dad was moving to New York to be with fucking Carrie, whatever the fuck it is. Some fucking whiny, spoiled brat. And so Aiden decided, besides crying like a little fucking bitch in his truck, he decided to move back to New Jersey. And instead of breaking up with Carrie, he said, like, hey, you know, we're still going to be together, but it's going to be a long distance relationship, and I'm not going to come visit you for the entire fucking 5 years. And why was it 5 years? I don't fucking remember. I don't know why. Okay, so anyway, so she explains that next 5 years. Of course, her friends are like, 5 years? You know, and Carrie says, my relationship is on back order. So she tries to distract herself by talking about some fucking rug that she ordered. Okay, it's taken 6 months to get there. Okay, but 5 years for her and Aiden to start up again. It's ridiculous. Why the fuck would any two grown adults, why would people in their fucking mid to late 50s agree to this? Okay? There's no guarantee you're going to be alive the next year, much less in 5 years. Then you're going to start your romance again. Are you out of your fucking mind? You're already too old to fuck. Okay? And you're going to give it another 5 years before you are physically intimate and living together again? Do you realize this makes no fucking sense? Who the fuck wrote? Oh yeah, sorry, gay guys wrote this. Sorry, my bad. I remember now. Michael Patrick King wrote this. Because I guess that's how gay couples do it. They give each other 5 years, you know, whatever. Okay, so the black girl's waving at Miranda. Okay, so of course Miranda approaches her. The girls leave. Charlotte and Carrie leave. Okay, the black girl's name is Cassandra Walsh, and the only reason I wrote that down is because we might see her again later on this season. Because, you know, this show is nothing more than fucking the L word mixed with fucking Dear White People. That's all it fucking is. All right, so I'm pretty sure she's going to come back somehow. Okay, it turns out that she's Brady's old babysitter, despite the fact that she looks the same age as Brady. Apparently, she was Brady's old babysitter. Okay, who, by the way, has a girlfriend. So there goes that. There goes so much for fucking Miranda getting late tonight with her. Okay, and Miranda is acting all awkward in front of her, like, okay. And now she does that all the time, but here's the fucking part that I don't understand. When Miranda was straight, she never acted awkward around other women. Not once. She never even acted awkward around men. Okay, she sure as fuck didn't act awkward around her girlfriends. But now that she's a fucking lesbian, when she talks to a woman, even an ugly woman, she's all like she's so afraid of saying the wrong thing and getting rejected that's not fucking Miranda. I don't know what the fuck that is. Okay? I don't fucking get it. You know? I mean, she's for a fucking man-hating lesbian. Okay, she sure is pretty fucking uncomfortable around women. Which makes no fucking sense. Okay, so Miranda sold, it turns out that Miranda sold the brownstone. Remember the house that they bought in season 5 or season 6, I think, of Sex and the City with Steve? Remember? Okay, well, they fought over it, and see, there was one good episode in season 2 that I reviewed. That was one where Steve actually stood up for himself. That's the only time in this entire fucking show I've ever seen a man fucking stand up for himself. And that was the episode with Steve. Steve's the only real man on this fucking show, but they never fucking show him. And when they do show him, he acts like a limp dick fucking soy boy with a hearing aid. Okay, it's only when he's pushed against the wall that he actually decides to stand up for himself. It's not much, but at least it's fucking something. Okay, it's not enough, but it's something. Okay, so anyway, Miranda sold the brownstone. Okay, and Brady lives with his dad. Of course, he lives with his fucking dad. Who the fuck would want to live with you? You broke up the fucking family, you piece of shit. What, you think you're getting better looking the older you get? You think you're gonna find someone better than Steve? You're lucky you got Steve back in the day. Now all you're doing is fucking these goddamn dinosaurs, these lesbian dinosaurs. That's all she's fucking now, these fucking goddamn abominable snowmans and Bigfoots with vaginas. That's what she's dating now. Do you really want me getting started on fucking Shay? who, by the way, is absent in this fucking episode. Shay is absent here. You just switched one ugly girl for another ugly girl. These women are fucking disgusting. Shay's about as good looking as my asshole. That's what she left her. Oh, all right. Anyway, so it turns out that Brady's living with Steve in a loft, and Miranda's living in a fucking Airbnb. You're a fucking millionaire, for Christ's sake, and you're living in an Airbnb. How does that make sense? All right, moving around along. Now we get Seema. Remember Seema? That butt ugly Indian woman who told her parents that she had a boyfriend that was really imaginary. Remember that one? Remember her? Remember how I felt sorry for her because she has a hard time getting a date, hard time finding a man that would fucking fall in love with her overweight, chain smoking, bitchy, I'm a prima donna fucking ass. Remember? Okay. Well, guess what? Now she's there. She is in bed, snoring her ass off like the pig she is. Okay, wearing like a $10,000 lingerie with her laptop open, okay? And she's excited because I guess she's going to be FaceTiming Ravi. Remember Ravi? He's the fucking film director that was directing a movie for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. They didn't say which movie it was, but he's always thinking about his job. He always looks at everything in life like it's a fucking movie, and he's the director. He calls people in his life cast members, okay? When they go to a restaurant, he calls it a location, you know? He's always using these metaphors of the film industry, okay? He has a fucking male scarf, not an ascot, but a male scarf surgically attached to his neck at all times. So even when he's fucking Seema, while he's on his cell phone, he's still got the fucking the scarf around his neck, you know? Oh yeah, baby, yeah, okay, yeah, we're gonna find that location, Did you get the contract signed? Okay, hey, shut up, Seema, okay? Okay, yes, you were saying? Yeah, like that, okay, with the fucking scarf around his neck. Anyway, he's the director who doesn't fucking live in New York. The only reason he met Seema was because she found him a luxury apartment for him to rent, temporarily rent, while he was filming a movie in New York. He doesn't even live in New York. But somehow they're a couple now. They're in love. Yeah, whatever. He's in love with that fucking thing. Think about this. A film director who's so prestigious enough that he's working for fucking Disney, because they're the ones that own Marvel, Disney. Okay, this guy's got a contract with Disney to direct blockbusters, and he's dating fucking Seema? What is she, like 55? Overweight? Chain smoking? And she's a fucking bitch on top of all that. She's entitled. She's pretentious. She thinks she's all that. Honestly, would a guy like this, like Ravi, date a thing like that? Are you out of your fucking mind? Is this a Sci-Fi Channel or is this HBO Max? What the fuck am I watching here? This is a horror movie. And Seema's the fucking monster. Anyway. So she's sitting there snoring her ass off like the pig she is, okay, waiting for Ravi to get on FaceTime. They're going to FaceTime with each other because he's filming on location in Egypt or wherever the fuck he is, okay? But instead, it's Ravi's assistant that answers the FaceTime. So she was going to get all sexy, and now she's all embarrassed and covering herself up, okay? She's frustrated that she never gets to talk to her boyfriend, Ravi, okay? So what does she do? She decides to fucking smoke a cigarette in bed, and then she falls asleep. Next thing you know, the whole fucking apartment, well, the apartment didn't catch, just the bed caught on fire. We didn't see it happen. Apparently, they didn't have the budget to film that, okay? It's not an action show. But apparently, she set the bed on fire, okay? So this fucking bitch was already sleepy, like I said, snoring. She decides to light up a fucking cigarette in bed, okay? On her fucking $50,000 bed, wearing $10,000 worth of lingerie. She decides to smoke a fucking cigarette in her apartment, okay? Or her condo, wherever the fuck it is. And she falls asleep. Hence, the bed catches on fire. So she singes her hair. Now, the fact that she almost burned down the whole goddamn building, the fact that she almost died or was scarred or burned to death or just burned, her skin burned, the fact that she risked the lives of everybody in her fucking building, including the fucking firemen that were fighting the fire. Despite all that, the only thing she fucking gives a shit about is her fucking hair is burned. And now she's gonna have to get a haircut. That's the real casualty here. And just like everything else on this show, they're going to find a way to blame the guy for it. I swear to fucking God, Carrie's going to find a way to blame Aiden for her fucking door alarm going off all the time. Okay? Seema's going to find a way to blame Ravi for almost setting her fucking building on fire. Because it can't be her. No woman is held accountable for a goddamn thing on this show. No woman is responsible for a goddamn thing. It's always the man's fault. Miranda blew up her marriage because Steve wasn't a good enough husband. Even Carrie doesn't expect responsibility for killing her fucking husband. This is bullshit. Okay, that's going on. Next scene is butt ugly Miranda. Okay, is closing the Lesbo bar. Okay, she's there. They're kicking everybody out. You know, last call already happened. Okay, and the only thing in there. Yes, I said thing with a vagina. That's in there is fucking Rosie fucking O'Donnell, everyone's favorite MAGA supporter, Rosie fucking O'Donnell. Okay, who looks like the fucking turd I had in my fucking toilet last night. That's Rosie O'Donnell. And I remember Rosie O'Donnell. I'm old enough to remember her, okay? I remember when I was like a teenager and she was doing stand-up comedy on the Comedy Channel. She wasn't funny back then either. Okay, the only thing about Rosie O'Donnell was she's, don't you ever talk to me like that. I have seen hot pets before, mister. Okay, that's her. That's Rosie. And that's her when she was pretending to be straight. She should have her own talk show where she was in love with Tom Cruise. Yeah, right. Yeah, she actually pulled that grift for like a good 10, 15 years. Okay, yes. Back when she was straight. Okay, she became gay because no guy would fuck her. Okay, that's the truth. No guy. I mean, and Tom Cruise is gay and even he wouldn't fuck her. Even she's too masculine for him. Okay? So no. Okay, I know who the fuck Rosie O'Donnell is. She's always been a piece of fucking shit. Okay, and she's never been funny. Okay, yeah, and of course, but she's of course an activist. Okay, who loves fucking all these libtard shit. That's why she moved to fucking Scotland or Ireland. She moved to Ireland. That's where she lives right now. I guess she flew in to film these episodes, but yeah. She actually is, I will give her respect. She is actually one of those 150 celebrities that swore to God they would be moving out of the United States if Trump won the election. They said that in not the last election, the 2016 election, they said that back then and nobody moved. But now in the 2024 election, they also said that again and only one celebrity actually did move and it's Rosie. So I give her props for that. I give her respect for that. She actually stuck to her word. She actually left the fucking country. Okay. Now, it is no coincidence that her daughter fucking hates her. Okay, but that's a whole different thing. Anyway, moving right along. Super butt ugly Rosie O'Donnell is there. Okay, and the uglies are complaining about the other uglies. It's weird. It's weird, okay? That would be like Melissa McCarthy, okay, looking at someone like fucking Chaz Bono and telling her, you're fucking ugly. You know, that's kind of like the pot calling the kettle black. You know what I mean? All right. So that's going on here. So even this butt ugly, bald, fucking black thing walking out of there on her cell phone talks about there's nothing but ugly people, randos left in the bar. Okay. So of course Miranda and fucking and butt ugly Rosie O'Donnell look at each other, and of course Rosie O'Donnell is giving Miranda fuck me eyes. Okay. You know, and they start a conversation, okay? Apparently, Rosie's character's name is Mary, but I'm not going to call her that. I'm going to call her butt ugly Rosie fucking O'Donnell, okay? Even Donald Trump says she's butt ugly, okay? So I'm gonna go with Trump on that one, okay? Of course, they're both libtards, okay? When they introduce each other, okay? They can't just be normal people. She can't just be a woman that works at the fucking 7-Eleven. Miranda can't just be a woman that works at a bookstore. No. Rosie has to be a fucking in town for the Compassion of the Unhoused convention. Okay, you know what that is? Compassion of the Unhoused. Okay, I guess that's a convention where, you know how like in New York right now, you know how like the fucking like the illegals are fucking setting homeless people on fire. They're pouring gasoline on them and setting them on fire. Well, she's the one that gets them the gasoline to help them out because they need all the help they can get. All right, that's what she's in town for. Okay. Meanwhile, Miranda tells her that she works for the Human Rights Watch. The Human Rights Watch. Yeah. Okay, those are the people that they go down and they protest in front of fucking churches and shit. All right. You know, that's who they are. Okay, anyway, so that's going on here. Rosie tells Miranda, oh, you're so pretty. This is exactly what she says. She goes up to Miranda and says, like, you're so pretty? For a rando? No, for a person. I have a hotel. Let's go fuck. Okay? Just like that. Just like that. Wow. I guess these gay guys that write these episodes figured out us straight men after all. That's exactly how it fucking happens. Maybe it happens for ugly people. I wouldn't know. Moving right along. All right, I'm going to stop my review right here because I'm losing my shit. But I'll be back soon to continue my review of this piece of shit show. Now, it might get better. It might get better. I don't think it will, but it might get better. Okay? I know Shay's not in this fucking show anymore. They got rid of her ass. Okay? Yes, I said her. Okay? And remember that black woman? I don't fucking remember her name. The black woman that was the college professor that was friends with Miranda. Remember her? Remember her whole dilemma? Her husband leaving her for a white girl because he wanted to have a baby and she couldn't have a baby because she was like 38 years old. Remember that? I know she's fucking gone too. They got rid of her ass too. Because she served no purpose on the show either. Okay, so that's something. That's something, okay? So I know I'm not going to see them anymore. I know they got some more characters coming, but yeah. Anyway, I'll be back soon, and I'll talk some more about this episode, all right? All right, thank you for watching this long. Bye.